Okay, so it is Monday. I would say like officially first day of, I mean, yesterday was first day, but this is like the first morning that I'm waking up, no smoking, nicotine, having a full day's worth of the Whole30 meals in me. And so I feel like this is like the first day that I can have an opinion or something, right? So I will say, I feel fine. Waking up was easier, and I attribute that to the nicotine. Not smoking it made it easier to go to bed, and also a lot less groggy in the mornings when I woke up. So right now we are going to make breakfast. So probably one of my favorite tricks to this Whole30 is that, food can get a little boring, and the best way to spice it up is hot sauce. So Frank's Red Hot actually only has Whole30 approved ingredients: aged cayenne peppers, distilled vinegar, water, salt, and garlic powder. I use this a lot. I'm going to be using this a lot. It just adds a little extra. All right, so it is a Monday night dinner, and we are going to have stir-fry chicken. And I'm really excited because I've kind of had a long day. I've been doing a lot of editing and just work in general. And so this one says total time only 20 minutes. So that's pretty exciting. So let's get to cooking. Okay, so update. I just cooked that stir-fried chicken. Y'all, it was terrible. It had zero flavor, zero punch. It just was, oh my God, it was one of the most boring things I've ever eaten. Scale of 1 to 10, that would be a 2. Don't cook it. You'll be bored. Okay, so it is Tuesday morning, third day of Whole30, and just want to do a little review. I felt a lot better waking up today. I think the no nicotine, I think that I am sleeping better. I got to sleep before 12 last night and woke up at 7 this morning without an alarm. I got out of bed pretty easy. So yeah, I mean, that's a super big positive. I'm sleeping better already. I'm feeling better when I wake up. Hopefully this just keeps on and continues. I said that I wasn't going to take progress photos throughout this, but I was noticing like the way that I was waking up, I needed to document how that was going to change. So I've been taking pictures of my face every morning, but that's it. Okay, also, before I go make breakfast this morning, I need to address my day yesterday because I sat and edited my prep video for week 1. I sat and edited it all day yesterday. It took me like 6-7 hours to edit the whole thing. Had a major issue with my Mac and the amount of storage and my external hard drive and blah, 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 blah. Long story short, I lost everything that I edited. All of it, all the work that I had done pretty much all day long, I lost all of it. So, and then I spent an hour on Apple support trying to get it all fixed. So needless to say, I was stressed to the brim, all right? Couldn't smoke nicotine, couldn't have a glass of wine at the end of the night, couldn't go buy some Nutella to make myself feel better. Everything that I was craving was like at its peak last night, all right? Something really, really bad happened, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I just want to lay on my couch and I just want to like veg for a minute. And I couldn't do that. And honestly, it was a moment where I was like, whoo, this is tough. So what I did was I went to Kroger, and previously I had not bought any fruit, but I went to Kroger and I bought strawberries and bananas, and I bought almond butter. I put almond butter on my banana and ate it as kind of my little snack. It had a little bit of a sweetness to it, but still completely Whole30 approved. So that was my solution last night to my crisis moment. I'm gonna go cook breakfast and get this Tuesday started. I got a lot of work to do. 4. This would be Wednesday morning. I don't know if it's the food or if it's the nicotine, but it doesn't really matter because I am sleeping so much better. I mean, only on day 4, and I hope that this continues, and I hope that it's, there's not some plateau or something like that, but I am sleeping. I mean, I went to bed last night. I got in my bed at 10, and I was asleep before 11, and I woke up this morning at 7 a.m. with no alarm. And I felt great. I was like, wow, I could actually get out of bed right now. It's just crazy to me because I was staying up till 1, 2, 3 a.m. against my will. I would sit there and stare at the ceiling sometimes. And I wouldn't be able to fall asleep. And then waking up in the morning, oh my God, I would come to be 9 a.m. and I would be like, I have to get out of bed. I actually have to get out of bed. Why can I not get out of bed? Oh my God. So I think it's a combination of the no nicotine, the eating really clean, and then also I have a lot more energy throughout the day right now, at least the last 2 days. The first day I was exhausted, absolutely exhausted. But yesterday was definitely the most energy that I've had. So I don't know if maybe because I just feel more energetic and I'm getting things done throughout the day that it's also just wearing me out a little bit. I'm not entirely sure, but day 4, I just want to say that I am thoroughly impressed with my increased sleep habits. I also want to talk about cravings though, okay? Because surprisingly enough, I wasn't shocked. I haven't craved alcohol, but I usually just drink in social settings, so I'm not shocked there. We'll see how that goes this weekend. The nicotine was pretty bad day 1 and day 2. I feel like the craving is there when I don't have anything going on, when I'm bored. I think it's a moral fixation thing. Surprisingly though, my biggest craving is sweets, which I knew that I had a sweet tooth, but oh my God, it's all I want right now, all throughout the day. Usually I just want sweets at night, oh, I just need to finish it off with a piece of chocolate or whatever it may be, but I am thinking about sweets kind of all the time. And I really, really, really miss coffee. I mean, I like the tea that I'm drinking a lot, but it was such a part of my morning to get up and make my coffee. And I love my creamer, my French vanilla creamer. I do, I miss it. Maybe because I started my day off with sweets. I don't know, but I'm gonna be keeping an eye on that as well because that's a pretty surprising development to me. It has finally stopped raining. It's been raining here for 3 days. So I am about to take little Louie, wherever he is, there he is, on a very nice walk. It's about time we got outside. I'm trying to do exercise every single day. That has probably been the one habit that I have not put enough emphasis on since I started doing this. So I'm going to start that today and make sure that I get exercise, even if it's just a really nice walk with Louie. I'm going to try and get that done every day. So here we go. Okay, so since that stir-fried chicken was so boo-boo, it was supposed to be what I was supposed to eat tonight for dinner, but I obviously threw the rest of it away because I was never going to eat that again. So what I'm going to do is I had an extra serving of chili anyway for the week. So I'm just going to eat chili again. Honestly, I've had a long day. It's the first day that I've worked out in a while. I don't really feel like cooking. And I don't have any more leftovers from other meals right now other than my chili. So I'm going to eat some of that chili for dinner and call it a night. Okay, so little tip here. I just bought this calendar off of Amazon and it's nothing special. I just really wanted to have a visual of how far I am into the journey and also the 3 habits that I'm focusing on. There's something that I really, really like. I'm also a big list person, so I like the act of check, 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 check. Okay, it is a Thursday morning. I am eating my breakfast. Just a little update. Honestly, I slept like crap last night. Stark difference from the last few nights. I think it was partially, I had a hard time falling asleep. I had thoughts just like rushing through my head and I just couldn't seem to like settle my mind. In the Whole30 book, they actually, in the guidebook, they actually break down what it's like in each week that you, or like different days, like what to expect. The Whole30 timeline is what it's called. This is day 5. And day 4 to 5, kill all the things. Nearly all Whole30ers report headaches, fatigue, brain fog, and general malaise during this part of the program. Your body is having a hard time to adjusting to the new foods you're eating. This process lasts a day for some lucky folks, but for other it can last several. It's more so talking about just like on edgeness, right? And that's how I felt last night when I was trying to sleep. I felt so on edge. I was just like, oh my god, if these people don't be quiet, I'm gonna lose my mind. Like I was just feeling very like so maybe I'm just going through the woes of the beginning of Whole30 and it's kind of the first time I've had an adverse reaction, and that's totally fine. I'm just gonna keep on going, eat my breakfast now. Gonna have leftover chili for lunch, and then I got some work to do. I got a couple meetings today, so I'm gonna be out and about and all around. One other thing I want to mention, I'm getting really bored of this breakfast, and honestly I'm getting really bored of the chili too. So I know that I said, you know, during the planning and earlier in the week that I didn't mind eating the same meals over and over again, but I think I take that back because not being able to have any of my fixes, wine, nicotine, sweets, none of my fixes, the food has to really excite me or else I'm gonna get bored. So lesson learned in week 1. Week 2, I think I'm going to spice it up, jazz it up, have a little bit more fun with the food. Oh my gosh, and y'all, I got the cookbook finally in the mail. The recipes in this put the recipes in the guidebook to shame. There are so many fun and just more intricate and exciting recipes in this book. Obviously, the internet is a great resource as well for more fun and exciting recipes, but I think it was good for week 1 to start with the guidebook and kind of the simpler recipes in there just so I could get the hang of it and get the hang of grocery shopping and things like that. But next week, we're about to have some fun. Okay, so it is Friday. Just want to touch base a little bit because I've lost a little bit of interest. I didn't even feel like cooking dinner last night. It was just a lot of cooking all the time, which I think was, I just wanted a night to just like relax. Also, I need snacks. I didn't plan any snacks for this first week, and that's a problem because I get a little like testy when I get hungry. So definitely gonna factor snacks into the next week. I'm sleeping okay. Not as good as I did the first 2 nights, but you know, if you read the guidebook, it tells you that first week can really feel like a roller coaster. So I feel like that's what I'm experiencing. I'm a little agitated. I don't have the same like just oomph about it as I did in the first few days. And overall, I feel like I'm getting a little bored with the plan that I had. Also, I want to say that as much as I did plan for this week in terms of my recipes, planning my meals for every day, getting my ingredients, grocery shopping, all of that, moving forward, I'm going to have a lot more grace with myself because even though I have a plan, I may switch it up throughout the week because like, yes, I may have meal A planned for Tuesday night, but I have something going on Tuesday, or I have a really long day at work on Tuesday and I don't feel like cooking that meal on Tuesday. So I may move it to Thursday, or I may just like switch my meals around, or maybe do a lunch for dinner instead if it's like super easy or if it's already made and I just want to preheat it. So I do want to say that go ahead and plan your week so that you can have everything that you need so you're not running to the store all the time, so that you feel prepared. I do think that preparation is key, but also go gentle with yourself if you end up diverting from your initial plan. Okay, so it is final day of week 1 of Whole30, and last night was my first real test out in like social settings. So we went to this event at a museum that they do every Friday. Sounds fancier than it is. I didn't drink. Honestly, I didn't even want to drink, which was pretty crazy. I thought that alcohol was going to be by far my biggest craving, then nicotine. And I didn't really want either of those last night, which was really interesting. I don't know if it's just like because I'm so into this challenge and I'm into like how good I feel that I just don't even want it, or I don't know, maybe fear of hangover has really just like solidified the fact that I don't want it. I don't really know, but I was really happy that I didn't crave it a lot. Also, I will say, not drinking will make you evaluate what you're doing and whether or not you actually are enjoying what you're doing. Because I think it was interesting last night at one point I was standing there and I was like, if I was drinking, I think I would really, really love this. But I'm sober and I think I would rather be doing anything else. Particularly, I would like to go home. Which is really interesting because then it makes me question, like, do I even enjoy this then? Is this even something that I like to do? Or is this just alcohol making me have fun? And I don't want to have alcohol to have fun. So obviously that was first night out in social settings. So my opinion may change throughout time, but that is a thought process that I am going to kind of keep exploring throughout this challenge, is just kind of my relationship with alcohol and how I'm choosing to spend my time and what I think is fun. So yeah. Night 1 out in the social world, so we'll see how it goes from here. But so far, so good. Today is prep day for week 2. If this is your first time to my channel, please be sure to check out my Whole30 overview and my week 1 videos, just so you get the full picture of what I'm doing and the journey I'm on. And if you're returning, then I'm so happy to have you here. Be sure to be ready for that week 2 prep video coming soon. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so that you get notifications and updates on all of my newest videos. And I hope to see you back next week.